all season, so plenty to play for these two teams as we wait for the two sides to run out onto the field. Liam, we saw last year in the competition Uganda winning it, but the quality of rugby that we've seen so far, definitely there's been an improvement over the last 12 months.
A very definite improvement, Johan. We're seeing a number of teams a little bit better organized, and teams like Botswana, who are organized anyway, they play a lot of tournaments, but they bring in better talent, younger players. And there's obviously a greater interest in the sevens game in Africa at the moment. And Ghana started their first game of this tournament very brightly. Unfortunately, went down with a loss, and we haven't seen Senegal, so very excited to see what they'll bring to the field now.
And of course, a lot of these teams will want to make sure that they just stay up in this competition, because if they manage to play in the Africa Sevens Cup next year, the winner of that competition will have a spot at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. So plenty to play for next year as well. And of course, the top 4 teams on the World Series will automatically qualify for the Olympic Games. So Kenya will be eyeing that. But if they don't make it through that channel, they'll have to come and compete in the Africa Cup again to try and progress to Tokyo 2020. So Senegal will be in red, Ghana in their black and white strip. And Ghana aiming for a better performance than what they produced in 2017 when they finished 9th in the competition. And of course, Senegal finished 6th after they lost to Zambia in the quarterfinals. So plenty of class in the Senegalese side as well. For Senegal, look out for Babakar Ba in the number 7 jersey, as well as Mamadou Sarr, 2 of their star players. And also we saw Cheku Danfaka do plenty of good things in the Silver Cup or rather the Gold Cup last season. It will be Mamadou Ndiaye to get us underway for Senegal, playing against the wind in the first half. He's also one of the players that played wing in the Gold Cup in 2017. And the referee finally giving the go-ahead, so it is Mamadou Ndiaye with a re-kick-off. And Senegal managed to get a hand to it, but they lose the ball forward in the process, so it's available for the Ghanaians, and the referee will bring them back for the first scrum of the match.
Nicely weighted kick from the Senegalese team. Ghana not able to put a pod up there, so something they're going to have to look at in terms of their development has been able to put a booster pod there. That was very easily to take with that pod, but they do get the ball back anyway, and there's a scrum on the left-hand side. Just look at their setup here. They've got their wings standing ahead of their centre. I'm not sure the strategy there, but let's have a look at it.
I think the wing realized he was standing in front, so eventually retreated, and it's available now for Ghana. Picked up at the back by Emmanuel Carlos. A good run from Ghana, taking the ball to just short of the halfway line. Now trying to open up a little bit of space, there's David Nati, and he manages to find the gap, gets the offload away as well, but then the referee digging into his pocket, so we'll see another yellow card. We've seen plenty of them so far on day 1 of this tournament. The referee is extremely strict, and that one was for a knockdown. So Ghana now with the real opportunity. A Carlos Spencer pass through the legs. Still available for Ghana down that left-hand touchline into the hands of Donkor. He makes his way into the 22. And a penalty going the way of Senegal. Good defense from them, and Ghana holding on at the ruck, and Senegal with an opportunity to get their hands on the ball.
It was a really good contest on the breakdown. Got low, bent his legs, feet nice and wide, so he was strong over the ball. Even with the Ghanaian clearers coming, he was able to hang on to it, and this gives Senegal first real piece of very good possession.
Abu C taking the ball forward, and lost backwards, says the referee, and another penalty. This time it goes the way of the Ghanaians, so quickly taken through the middle into the hands of Emmanuel Carlos, and then back to David Nati, and the ball went forward, but the referee says advantage. The Senegalese players not back 10 meters, so still it's an opportunity for Ghana to be on the attack, and they deciding to go for touch, and that is a mistake that the coach will be pulling his hair out.
A crucial mistake. There's two decisions there for the Ghanaians. Do they kick for touch and get as close to the try line as possible, or do they play with the possession they've had? The one thing about going for the line out, Johan, is that you have to still contest for the ball. When you tap it off your boot, you have possession and you can control possession. So I don't think the kicker really gave enough time to that kick to prepare himself and give himself a target. And this gives Senegal the ball back from a right-hand side scrum.
Also maybe just shows the mindset of the Ghanaians, that they don't really fancy their chances and that they think they have to get close to try and break through this defense. But the way that they've started this game really is promising. Now it is the Senegalese who are with ball in hand. A wayward pass to Mamadou Ndiaye. And Senegal do well to recover that ball. It goes back into the hands of Olkomendi. Mamadou Niang toying with the defense, and eventually the Ghanaians manage to force the ball out and quickly taken into the hands of Emmanuel Carlos. And Carlos with a nice little pass on the inside to Nati, eventually brought to ground. Ghana with a little bit of space to try and exploit on the left-hand side, but they're opting to keep it short for the moment. And Ghana need to try and hold on to the ball a little bit longer, but it's been stolen by Senegal, illegally so. So it's Nati who takes it quickly. Nati trying to open up the gaps. Good stepping from David Nati, eventually brought to ground short of the 22. And this could be trouble for the Senegalese. Another yellow card in this game. And Ghana will have the one-man advantage for the next 2 minutes.
Well, penalties mounting up in this game so far. Quick tap from Ghana.
Oh, almost got through the gap, just brought down short. Picked up now by Nati. Needs to try and use his back line as the ball goes into the hands of Donkor. And Ghana using space. Strong defense coming from Senegal as they force Ghana back out of the 22. Comes to the near side to Gavor, and Gavor manages to step his way past the defense, and Ghana will be on the scoreboard first.
Gavor's made a couple of very strong runs for this Ghanaian team, and they're just able to slip the defender and get over the try line, open the account for Ghana in this tournament so far. That's their second game. They haven't scored a try yet, and gets as close to the poles as he can. A little bit of a challenge late on there on the boot from the Senegalese, but it's a good position to take a conversion. And it's been a scrappy couple of minutes for both sides, and Ghana will be happy out of that scrappy play to have come away with 5 points. And conversion to come from Senegal very far out from the poles, trying to give himself a better angle.
So the score remains Senegal 0, Ghana 5. And Ghana, again, with a real chance of pulling off what will be a little bit of a surprising upset, but still plenty of time left. So it's Iban Olkomendi decides to bring play to this near side as he gets the pass away to Ndiaye. A nice little run from Ndiaye, but just not able to stay in field. So there will be a line out for the Ghanaians. But the assistant referee has his flag out.
Not quite sure the decision is from the referee, but it does hand the ball back to Senegal. One thing they haven't done is shirk the hard work as Ghana. They're very physical in the tackle. Their technique is not as clean as you'd like it to be, but they don't shirk that hard physicality.
Another basic mistake from the Ghanaians, and it will be Senegal with the put in at the scrum. And to put it in will be Abu Si, also one of the players that we saw feature in the 15s team for Senegal. And that's why it's so important for the teams to get promoted to the Gold Cup, where they will have an opportunity to play against the best teams on the African continent for 6 or 7 weeks straight. And then they'll also be able to take that experience into the sevens competition as well. It's available now for Olkomendi. He gets the pass away to Abusi, and Abusi's got some speed. He decides to switch on the inside to Mamadou Ndiaye, and that will be the first points for Senegal in this tournament. And Senegal might just steal the lead here just before the halftime break after spending most of the first 7 minutes stuck inside their own half.
It's the best piece of sevens we've seen so far in this game. Olkomendi's pass was outstanding, very flat, like a bullet through the air. And then it was the switch pass between the try scorer and the center that just opened up that gap between the 1 and 2 defenders, and under the poles for this Senegalese team.
So the conversion good as well. Senegal in the lead, 7-5 against Ghana at halftime. And all to play for in the final 7 minutes of this encounter. Moments from the first 7 minutes of this encounter between Ghana and Senegal. Plenty of action still to come today. Coming up next, it will be the home side for the first time as Tunisia face Mauritius, and then after that we'll also see the introduction of Zambia to the tournament, and they'll be up against Namibia's side who will be desperate for a victory. And of course Kenya, one of the favorites for the tournament, will be up against Morocco later on today. So plenty of quality sevens rugby still coming your way on Quest Sports wherever you're watching on the African continent. Welcome to Tunisia. Still a very, very warm day here, although it is overcast. And we have experienced a few drops of rain, fortunately nothing major, and hopefully the rain will stay away for the rest of the day. Two points the difference at the moment. And we spoke earlier about how important conversions are. And Senegal with the advantage at the halfway mark. To take the restart for Ghana, it will be Francis Donkor. And Ghana get us underway, playing against the wind in the second half. Juggled backwards by Iban Olkomendi before it goes to Abusi. And Ghana managing to steal the ball at the breakdown. Dummy not bought by the Senegalese defense. Comes to the near side for Senegal as the ball goes to Danfacha. And a good break down the middle of the field. It's Mamadou Sarr making his way to the try line before he's brought to ground. And off his feet at the breakdown, so it's turnover ball. And it's Senegal who decide to boot the ball downfield. He needs the ball to stay in field as Mamadou Ndiaye, and he gets the bounce, but eventually it ends up in the hand of the Ghanaians, and picked up at the back by Ndiaye, into the hands now of Danfacha, and that will be a score for Senegal to take them into double digits. And a good start to this first half for the Senegalese team.
Ndiaye has been very prominent for the Senegalese team. He's the one that made the last pass on the first try for Senegal. And you just see the finish from Danfacha, who's, again, a very prominent player for the Senegalese team. But it was the kick down the field from Ndiaye. He chased it well, waited it well. The ball didn't bounce up for him, so he had to chip it on a little bit further. And then the outstanding skill from him was he's able to get himself in a position where he could contest the ball of the Ghanaian who dived on it. So very good play from Diaye. He's been a talismanic for this Senegalese team so far.
So change being made for Senegal as they bring on Ibrahima Diaby. And a few more changes being made. See the introduction of Mohamed Sow as well. And Senegal just making sure that they only have the 7 players on the field. The replaced player didn't quite know that it is time for this game was over. The restart secured by Abdul Yusuf. Emmanuel Carlos with a long pass to the right hand side of the field. Good little run coming from Donkor. And it looks like Senegal have turned this ball over. Not rolling away, says the referee. So Senegal with the penalty. They decide to take it quickly. It's messy for Senegal, but it works out on this occasion. Diaby. Still there for Senegal. The little chip kick being put through by Olkomendi, and it's a good bounce as well. It's Mohamed Sow with his first touch of this game, who gets his first try of the tournament, and Senegal are in cruise control mode.
Olkomendi was the player who made the turnover at the breakdown that forced the possession into Senegal's hands, and there was a very good kick over the top. No sweeper from Ghana. We've seen this from a number of the teams in the tournament today, not operating with a sweeper and just using 7 up in the line. That opens you up for the kick behind. Bounce was good. Unfortunately, conversion not there for the Senegalese team, but they do push ahead, 19-5 up.
Senegal spotting a little bit of space with that restart, but it closed down, and Ghana now down this left-hand touchline. Good speed being shown by Akwei, and he gets the step as well on the inside. In fact, it's Abdul Yusuf who goes over. A dangerous tackle on him, but he manages to get the ball down. Not too happy with that tackle over the try line, but Ghana have their second score, and with just over 2 minutes left, they've got time to work their way back into this match.
Yusuf, and this is the first time we've seen outstanding pace for this Ghanaian team. They haven't put enough phases together and made enough line breaks for us to see it, but here we see him go. Good pace, beats the sweeper with 1 step off his left foot, and then goes for the try line. Slightly high tackle from the Senegalese, but ignored by the referee in this case. Settles for the try and the conversion for Ghana, so they're back in this game now. 1.5 minutes to play.
Converted try will level matters here, and that will mean that Senegal will have to put in a good showing against Uganda to make sure that they finish in the top 2 of their pool to progress to the quarterfinals. But Ghana first need to find a way to break through the Senegalese defense again. Nice little dummy by Abusi, and good stepping from him as well. Gets the pass out of the back of his hands, but it's another penalty that's going to be awarded to Senegal, and it will be Ghana down to 6 players. A knockdown there from one of the Ghanaian players. So Ghana will finish this match with only the 6 on the field. And Senegal will try to eat up the clock. First need to find touch though, and a little bit fortunate on that occasion that the ball managed to roll off.
Yeah, Ghana's a lesson for them to learn there. If they'd put a man on the touchline straight away to try and stop that kick, it quite often doesn't go the distance. Unfortunately not there quick enough, because possession would be everything for Ghana in this last minute. But ticking away now. Senegal got to win the ball from the line out. Referee has obviously signaled for a scrum. It'll be a Senegalese put in right-hand side. Lots of space to work with out wide, and Ghana down by a man. So just straight hands will do the job here and seal the win for Senegal.
So the ball was touched by one of the Ghanaian players before it rolled out into touch, and the referee judging that it went forward. And Senegal with the break, it's Mohamed Sow. And this, I think, his second touch, and he'll get his second try as well. A terrific introduction for Mohamed Sow into this game, and that will secure the victory for Senegal. And Ghana, unfortunate to end their first day with only the 2 losses next to their name. They'll be hoping that points difference is on their side and that they'll still be able to progress to the quarterfinals tomorrow. Conversion is short and wide, so that is how this game will end. Senegal 24, Ghana 12, and Senegal with their first game of this tournament. They'll be happy with that, Liam?
I think they will. It was a good account from the Senegalese to open up this tournament. Their first showing in the Africa Cup. It was a very scrappy game. Both sides not really controlling possession, but they have come away with a number of tries, and it's something for them to build on for their next pool game coming up later today.